Today we're doing a comparison on all the AI writers that I've tested over the past few months. So there are lots of these on the market. I've really been trying to find which one is the best deal, best quality for you guys. I've looked at 15 of them now, so I think I've got a pretty good view on what I think is good, what I think you should avoid. I think it'll be fun to do like a tier list. So I've got A, B, C, and D. Let's grade these today. If all this sounds interesting, then keep watching. All right, so the 15 tools are Jasper, Contentforge, Bramework, Ellipsis, Autowriterpro, Rytr, Wordblot, Typli AI, Wordhero, Nichnesss, Flacked AI, Kattebb, Thundercontent, Peppertype AI, and AISEO. Probably the obvious one we want to start with is Jasper. That was formerly called Jarvis. Now they had to change their name because of Marvel using the word Jarvis for their artificial intelligence in one of their movies. I think it's Iron Man. I've stopped watching those movies a long time ago, but this really set the benchmark quite a while ago in terms of good quality AI. I think it really impressed a lot of people, and this is really where I'm going to start from. So this is an A rating. It's very good quality. It is a bit more expensive in terms of it's a subscription model, so I don't really recommend it in terms of its value, but its quality is very good. Probably the most comparable one to Jarvis is probably Rytr. So Rytr, again, very good in terms of its quality, very quick to use, great interface. The word count is not very generous, but in terms of which one I could quickly create content with if I want to save time, I think Rytr does a really great job, very good quality as well. So I'm going to put that in A as well, right alongside Jasper here. Next one, I think we'll do Bramework. Now this was pretty good, very, very easy to use, very quick. I could get some good content quite quickly. The fact checking was a bit up and down. It could say some things that were, I'd have to do a lot of work to correct it sometimes. So I didn't save as much time using Bramework. I'm going to put that as a solid B though, because it was very easy to use. And I think for more simple topics, it's going to do really well. You can be very, very productive with Bramework. Contentforge probably wasn't quite as good as Bramework, but I'll give it a low B. I think it was still pretty good, but yeah, again, it has trouble. It took a bit longer to generate work with this Contentforge, but the work, it wasn't too bad, I think. But yeah, it's not top tier. It's probably a low B. I've got Ellipsis sitting here. This was kind of expensive for its $99 lifetime deal last time I looked at it. I couldn't really get coherent output out of it. I'm going to put it in D tier. I couldn't really use it from what I tested. Autowriterpro. Now this was a surprise. I think I'm going to put this in a solid B. This is a bit cheaper. It did struggle with technical content, like some of the fact checking when I ran the watch review through it. It didn't do very well, but when I did a simple topic, it gave me a really cool listicle. I think this would be good for writing simple listicles if you're doing like a big blog network, or you just have to generate quick content. This could do a whole post in one click. So really cool, I think. But yeah, it didn't quite do well with technical content. So I can't really give it an A, but I think it's a very solid B and a very cheap deal as well. So if you're interested in something a little cheaper, I think check this one out. It has a free trial, which is quite generous as well. So check this one out if you want to save a few dollars. But yeah, it's definitely not as good as Bramework. Bramework's probably much higher on the B, and this is probably more in the middle of the B if I had to compare them. Wordblot, I think, yeah, I didn't really get good content out of Wordblot. I'm going to put that in D. Sometimes it was incoherent or it would go off topic, but sometimes it would do okay. I can't recommend Wordblot. Typli was similar. Like Typli couldn't handle the watch review that I tried to test it with. I had to give it something easier to even review it, so I can't recommend Typli. I really wanted to like it because it's a really nice interface and it seems cool, but it just probably isn't there yet. Hopefully it improves. But yeah, I have to put that one in D. All right, now Wordhero. I looked at this recently. This has an active lifetime deal on AppSumo, so that's in the description. I think this is the best deal going around at the moment. It probably isn't quite as productive as using Rytr or Jasper because the interface isn't quite as good as these two yet. It doesn't quite have the same amount of options and features, but the actual quality was very solid. It could handle quite technical subjects, and I generated probably the best post that I've done using an AI, using Wordhero. So I think this really, really did well. No problems with plagiarism, unlimited word count, which is really where this shines. So excellent in terms of being able to do unlimited words. Most of them have a monthly word count. So you can really create a lot of good, high quality content using Wordhero. So that's probably my pick if I had to buy a lifetime deal at the moment. That's still on AppSumo. That's in the description. I'd check this one out if you were looking for a lifetime deal. This is probably my pick at the moment. Nichnesss, I just can't get Nichnesss to work. It has lots of cool tools and stuff, and it looks promising, but never really hits the mark for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe you guys have had more luck with it, but I wish I could get Nichnesss to work, because that's another unlimited option, but I just can't justify the quality that's given me. Flacked was okay. Flacked was solid. Probably not quite in the B, like a high C. I think for simple topics, it's going to be okay. I'm quite good at English, and I think it's only a little bit quicker. The actual workflow, in terms of having to correct things, edit things, it required a little bit more editing. So if you're struggling with English, I think it's okay. But for me, I didn't save that much time using Flacked compared to just writing a post. So yeah, high C I think is generous. Thundercontent's probably in the same boat. That's maybe a little bit lower than Flacked, but yeah, it's hard to say. Kattebb is the same. Kattebb had a lot of problems with repetitive content, so you'll burn up a lot of your monthly quota having to edit out things that it's already said in the article. But it did have a really cool like one-click article generator. The only other one that did that was Autowriterpro. This one was better at doing it, and it costs only, I think, $10 more than Kattebb, and Kattebb was not as good as this one. But Kattebb actually handled technical things better than this one, but this is just it seems like a better product, to be honest. Kattebb, too much repetitive stuff. So yeah, that's the main thing. If they could fix that up, I think this would be a lot better. Peppertype is actually back on AppSumo, so top quality. I think the one thing it doesn't have is like an inline long form editor, but the actual heading expander is very solid. You can put your heading, put your keywords in, and it will give you really, really good output, like 100 words of good, solid things. And you could do really technical stuff. You could write about PC parts, science, engineering. I've used this on my own blog and generated stuff about WordPress plugins and themes. So this one, if I'm being honest, I think I probably use this one the most, personally, day to day. I use it to do all my descriptions on YouTube from Peppertype. So it has a cool YouTube description generator. So I use this a lot. It does have a pretty low word count, but you can boost your word count if you leave them an AppSumo review. They give you an extra 20,000 words a month, which you end up with, I think, 35,000 words a month. So this is actually really good in terms of what its output is. The interface is not as good as the others, but I still really like it. I think it handles my writing really well. So Peppertype, I'm giving that an A as well. Now I've left AI SEO till last because this was really hard to rate, because if I had to rate it as an AI writer, I'd probably have to give it a D, because the AI writing that it generates, it really was not usable. But it did have one really cool tool. If you check out the review, it has a paraphraser. A paraphraser, you can just paste in an old article or paragraphs from various articles around the web, spin it into a new article, and it'll give you like fresh content really quickly. If you were running like a PBN where you just needed to generate lots of articles, put them onto your website and just get lots of stuff done quickly, this would be a way to do it, I think. So AI SEO, but it's not like an AI writer the way these guys are. So I probably can't really rate it fairly. I'm just going to leave it there. You can test that one out. It has a free trial, so I'll just leave it at that, I guess. So in summary, I guess my recommendations are here up on A tier. These two, Peppertype and Wordhero, have currently got lifetime deals on AppSumo. So obviously those are in the description if you want to check those out. Wordhero is the better value because it has unlimited words per month. This is probably a bit more of a mature product, but they both give really good results anyway. Rytr is fairly cheap, but it's a subscription model, so you have to keep on paying as you use it. Jasper, same thing, but it's more expensive. So yeah, probably Wordhero is, if I had to pick one of them, I'd go with Wordhero. The ones I currently use are just basically these three, but because I have lifetime deals for all of these. I had to buy a lifetime deal for Kattebb because I couldn't use the one-click article generator without buying a lifetime deal, but you can use the free trial to test its normal paragraph generator if you wanted to, but I'd probably just bump up another $10 and grab that one if I was interested. These both have free trials. I think this is my budget pick, and my overall pick is Wordhero or Peppertype, depending on what you like to use. I think you can test this one for free. This one doesn't have a free trial, so that's big downside, I think, but it does have a very generous, like 60-day, no matter what money back guarantee on AppSumo, and they're really straightforward about giving refunds if you don't like it. So there's really no risk in terms of getting a lifetime deal there. You can easily get refunded if it doesn't meet your requirements. So that's my number one pick. Probably number two pick, maybe Peppertype, and then these two. This one, if you just wanted to only spend like $39, I think, Autowriterpro, and you didn't need to do anything too technical, I'd go with that one. But I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Obviously, links to all of these are in the description, but it's been cool checking all these out. I really want to move on with the channel and do some other stuff. I'm a bit tired of looking at these AI bots. I think I've got enough to do my own work. Let me know what you think. If you found something that really I should have looked at, let me know. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.